Alright, so the most important thing about getting the song started is the tuning of the guitar, because you can't do it without the proper tuning. So, in a standard tuned guitar, this string is an E. Second one from the bottom is an A, D, G, B, and the last one, the high, is an E again. So this is in drop D tuning. So what you need to do is you need to take your this string right here, the low E string, and tune it to D. And you do that by dropping it down half a step. And D is also this one right here. So they basically need to match up the same. So the best way to do it would be with a tuner, but you could also pluck both of these strings. And you could pluck both of them and begin lowering the tuning until you could tell they're both the same note now. So there we go. And when you strum it open, it should sound like a chord. Instead of just strumming a random guitar, it should sound like a D chord, but a much lower D chord. It's like what all like the heavier bands use to get like their style. So once you have that, I'll play the riff, and I want to teach you this one because once you learn this one, face down is going to be like a no-brainer. It's much easier. So I'll play it a couple times, then I'll walk you through it. Sorry, I'm just a little out. Okay. The first thing you do is you take your first finger and you put it on the 5th fret. Right there. Take your first finger and put it on the 5th fret. And you press down on the lowest 3 strings, okay? Make sure your thumb is kind of like pressing up against the back of the neck as well. And press down on the lowest 3 strings. And just start strumming to the rhythm of the song. You're only strumming the top 3 as well. Or you could do the top 4 really. Okay, once you have that strumming pattern, you take your pinky, right, and you put it while holding, your first finger on the 5th fret of the 3 low strings. You take your pinky and you start walking it up and down off of the 7th fret D string, so 3rd string from the bottom. Okay, and the way you do that is like this. So again. Good. Okay, and the next part, you leave your pinky on that fret on that string, and open it up and play the entire with no other fingers attached to the fretboard. Play the entire, I'm sorry, not the entire one, but like the lowest 4 strings, I'd say. Just strum that to the pattern of the song. And then once you're ready, you walk it down. So you walk the pinky down from the 7th fret to the 5th fret to the 4th fret on that same string. So that's the... So just to show you with my other finger, it would be... So you can see it better. Okay, so everything all together would be. And then the next part, you take your first finger, leave your pinky where it is on that 4th fret, take your first finger and go on 2. Like walk your pinky back just like you did. on the top. So now you're holding all 3 of the low strings on 2, and pinky suspended on the D string, 4th fret, walking it up and down to the rhythm of the song. So I'll start from the beginning. The next 2 notes, the next 2 chords are power chords. So the way you play power chords is you take your first finger, put it on the second, the A string, so the second from the bottom, 3rd fret, and you take your 3rd finger and put it on the 5th fret D string. Just play those 2 strings. Move it up. So those last 2 notes are these power chords. Just one's played right here. So just like. So like I said, power chords, and there's one other thing you could do with the power chord. You could suspend it. And by that, it's going to sound a little bit cooler if you do that. So the way you suspend it is you do your first thing, my camera's nearly dead, so I'm going to finish this up. You do your first finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 5th fret, like I taught you. And remember the A string and the D string. But you could take your pinky and add it on the G string on the 5th fret, just under where your other finger was. You could hear it like a little higher of a note in there. So you could do that. Oops. Entire song are those chords. The verses of those chords, the chorus of those chords, it just picks up like the pace a little bit, switches it around. So the part where it's like seasons are changing. It's the same thing. Should do it. Like I said, that's like the easiest. That's a really good song to learn. It's pretty easy. And once you get that down, you'll definitely be able to get it face down. Figure it out. I had a cool setup. Check this out. GoPro camera. And yeah, iPad. Alright, cool. So I hope all is well. And let me know if you have any questions. And when you get that one figured out, I'll teach you how to do face down. Alright, good luck. I think I'm still on.